Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and the cheapest coins anywhere, make sure you guys check out MMOEXP.com and use code ZERK for 5% off your order. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be going over the best investments currently to make in Madden 22. Now, before we get into anything else, I already know I'm going to see the comments right now. Here comes the price jump. This is not something that you guys have to invest in today. This is a video you guys can come back to in like a week, and you can come into the auction house and you can buy whatever players I say would be a good investment if you'd like to attempt to do it. As I always say when I do investment videos, guys, this is not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to make coins off of this. This isn't something that is going to be instant necessarily. A lot of these investments, and just like my investment videos made last year, some of them did not work, right? Maybe I tell you guys a player I think would be a really good investment, and then boom, they get a card like Superstars, right? Where they end up getting a power up in their set. Or you could have a really big hit and a player could get a limited or some sort of other card and their power up just skyrockets. Just take a look right now at the flashbacks and how much like someone like Minkah Fitzpatrick went up in price. That's kind of what we're aiming for. So just know the players that I'm going to talk about in this video, guys, it's not necessarily going to be a guarantee. And like I always say, if you want to invest, it is at your own risk. Don't come to me in 2 months down the road and say, Zirk, this player's power up is cut in half now because the set just came out. If you want to invest, it is completely at your own risk. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. But I do want to give a shout out to Liam O for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. Also, guys, today, August 25th, is the day that I will be choosing a winner for the Xbox Series S giveaway. So if you guys made it for that giveaway, all you guys gotta do, drop a like in the vid, make sure you sub, turn the Noti bell on, and comment down below the secret word on this video and every video, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna go through and select a random video that I posted from August 12th to now, and I'm going to go ahead and pick a winner. So comment down below investments and leave where to contact you. As I said, guys, when it comes to these investments, I know what is going to happen, right? I say players, and then I see the comments, oh, this player doubled in price now. It's only like that for like the first couple hours whenever I post a video. If you come back to the video in 2 days from now, 3 days from now, a week from now, whatever, prices are obviously going to come back to normal. It's just instantly people get really hype about it. So just letting you know, you don't have to rush the market necessarily to try to invest in these players. You can always do it at a later time. I guarantee you in like a week, the price will look the exact same unless some of the players I say I'm getting an upgrade. But with that being said, let's go over these players that I have kind of picked out here that I feel like are really good investments. I'm going to show you guys that I have invested into some of them as well. Some of them that I have found kind of as good investments currently, and it also comes down to price. I'm not just investing into a certain player to overprice because I feel like they could go up. I always kind of have a target price for a specific player. And one thing I want to say when it comes to my investments is, as I said, last year, some of my investments made me a lot of coins. Honestly, some of them made me a lot of coins. Some of them, the players sat in my miner all year. They kept getting decent upgrades to where like the power up wasn't really rising, so I would just kind of sit on it, whatever. And that's really what I'm talking about with investing, is investing into power ups, not so much the core elites of players. I'm really interested in investing into power ups because a power up can go from 2K, 3K, 5K to 40K. 30K, right? Depending on the player. A big investment we saw at the beginning of the year last year was Brandon Cook's power-ups. He shot up in price with the Ultimate Kickoff promo because he had like that crazy limited. Everybody wanted it. That was a huge investment. Speed sells. Let's get into that. And like I said, guys, when it comes to these investments, this is not something that I'm going to say in a week you're going to double your coins. You just never know when these players are going to get upgrades. It could be a week from now. It could be a month from now. It could be 3 months from now, they finally get a good enough upgrade to where, you know, the power-up shoots have been priced. But I think one player, and I'm about to buy these two right here for 2,800 coins, I'll let you know that, Montez Sweat, I feel like, is a great investment. Really, when it comes to my investments, yes, I am looking at some, you know, big name players, but I'm not necessarily going after someone like Jamal Adams or some other people. Although, if you get some Jamal Adams power for a good price, that's a great investment as well. If you get him for under like 10K, Jamal Adams is always one of the most wanted players. Like whenever he does get an upgrade, yeah, that power up's gonna go in price unless he gets something with his set that's gonna bring that down. But Montez Sweat is an 80 overall defensive end in the game right now, guys, and he is the second fastest defensive end in the entire game behind Kwity Paye. And if it weren't for that crazy card, Montez Sweat would be the fastest. So whenever Sweat gets another upgrade, as long as it is not a scenario where the sets give a power-up or something. If he gets a limited, he gets a Team of the Week card, whatever, speed, his power-up's going to go up. And when we're talking about speed, especially cornerbacks, I honestly love investing in corners. Corners and wide receivers, I invest a lot into. Not sure why I decide on those two specific positions, as well as safeties. I like to invest in those. But corners, I really like. And Shaquille Griffin, I'm a big fan of because he is 6 feet tall. And if you take a look at cornerbacks, right, and I'm just based this off of just the power-up items alone, he is one of the fastest cornerback power-ups, and for these, for 2600, 2700, I'm going to buy these ones, of course, but in general, his base elite is one of the fastest corners in the game. If we take a look here, you guys can see, and this is a lower overall base elite. Again, I like to invest in these lower overall base elites that have a lot of speed, because when they finally get like that good upgrade, it's going to be fast. Shaquille Griffin, 80 overall, he's got 87 speed out of 80 overall, guys, so if he ends up getting an 87, 88 overall, whatever. The upgrades this year look really, really good. Like the flashbacks that are coming out today. I'm recording this video on Tuesday night. The flashbacks that are already out by the time this video is up. Like Mega Fitzpatrick, 87 overall. The card looks crazy. Daniel Jones looks crazy. Like all these upgrades we're seeing, the cards look really good. So Shaquille Griffin, for that cheap, yeah, I'd buy quite a few of those. Now, another player that I do like quite a bit is Bryce Callahan. Now, Bryce Callahan last year got a Team of the Week card that was really good. But this year, you guys can see his power-up is a 69 overall. The only issue that I have with Bryce Callahan is he's 5'9". So if you're going to invest into Bryce Callahan, the thing is, a lot of people already know this about, especially next-gen Madden, height really does matter. Like, it really does. Those super tall wide receivers that are 6'3", 6'4", like, they are really, really nasty when it comes to getting some aggressive catches there. So when it comes to these corners, 81 overall, Bryce Callahan, again, it's all about the speed. He's got 86 speed, 86 acceleration. So for Callahan, I'd buy a couple of them if they're cheap, 3K, 2K, whatever. On mud.gg, it actually shows the average price right now is like 1,500 coins. So currently, I'm recording this video at midnight. Obviously, the market, there's not a lot of power-ups up right now, but like midday, whatever, if you can get them for cheap, if he ends up getting a card that is 1 speed, maybe ahead of every other corner in the game, he'll sell then. Another corner that I've been investing into, and you guys see right here, I mean, 1,600 coins, I'm definitely buying this, is Marshawn Latimore. Again, I think you guys are kind of seeing a trend here when it comes to players I like to invest into. Now, I'm not going to give you guys every single player, but I'm giving you guys quite a few of the players that I've invested into here. It's about the speed, and Latimore as well is a 6-foot corner. So again, speed, and it's a corner. And you don't necessarily have to invest into like the absolute fastest player at every position. If you just go on here and you see like a really, really big name player that you know is going to sell and he's really cheap, don't be afraid to invest into him. Now, Tyreek Hill right now, this isn't necessarily one that you would want to invest into, but I just want to kind of showcase for you guys when the game actually came out with like the pre-order packs and everything. I'm talking like standard edition release. Tyreek Hill was actually selling from about 13, 14, 15K. You guys can see right here, if you look on that left side as I go down all of these other cards I have, I bought a ton of these Tyreek Hills right here for about 14 and 15K. I'm still currently holding on to them just to show you some of the investments I've already made here. And currently, you can sell them for 23, 24. I'm going to wait though, maybe wait until the next upgrade. If it gets around like 30K, I might end up selling the ones that I have just to cash out on the secure profit. And like I always say, you can't go broke taking a profit. So if your power up goes up, sell. And especially sell off hype. When EA does these like late night reveals and you see me post a video like 8 p.m. whatever, that's usually when power ups hit their peak. Honestly, that is probably the time you want to sell. Now, another player who is very cheap because of the pre-order packs is Tyrann Mathieu. Now, the only question is, right, how many of these are actually out there? Because there's just so many Chiefs pre-order packs that got ripped. There's probably a lot of honey badgers out there. However, this is one that I'm willing to take kind of a more risky investment on because if he gets a really good card, and I think that he probably will at some point in the year, I am buying these for like 5K or under. I feel like this is a player that can hit 10, 15K if given a card at the right time. Could be very expensive. And one more player I do want to mention with the Chiefs here. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not investing into him this year. And you can see, I mean, for 950 coins, yeah, I'm going to buy that one for sure for 950 coins. There are just so many Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady power-ups out there because of all the pre-order stuff. I'm just not really willing to risk that many coins. Obviously, he's so cheap. But with Mahomes, he's almost like guaranteed to like get a MasterCard or whatever. Like they could get him an LTD, but also he's an improviser quarterback. I just don't really feel like Mahomes is a crazy investment, but if you get one for like under 1,000 coins, maybe he goes up to 2,500, 3K when he gets a card. Not a crazy investment. Now, Minkah Fitzpatrick right now is currently going for about 25K because he's a very speedy, very good coverage safety, but on the other side of that Steelers defense, we have Terrell Edmonds at strong safety. Now, last year, he did get I want to say it was a Team of the Week card, and it was a great budget card. This is a player that I'm trying to get him for like 4K, 3,000 coins maybe, because he usually gets like a pretty good Team of the Week or like some sort of budget user card. This isn't one that I think is going to be like a huge hit, huge steal here, but he is a pretty solid investment. He is 6'1", and his superstar card that just came out has got 86 speed. So this is definitely more of a long-term investment, and because he just came out with superstars, they've been adding power-ups for like every new player that's coming to the game as an elite, which I think is really awesome here. There's not a ton of them up in the auction house, so this is really one that I would look into maybe in a week or so, once you know more people are ripping packs, getting more put up in the auction house, because 6'1" user. I know he's not Isaiah Simmons tall. You know, he's not 6'3", 6'4". But if he gets a good budget card and you have a lot of these power-ups here for like 2K and he's really fast, could be a good hit. And speaking of budget cards, I'm not sure why Adrian Amos just always tends to get a great budget card throughout the year. But Adrian Amos just always tends to get a great budget card throughout the year. At some point, like last year, you got that flashback that everybody wanted, and I am buying up, definitely, all these ones right here. They're like 2K, 3K. Adrian Amos is just always that guy that every single year, whenever he gets an upgrade, it's like always a budget user or in general just a really good user card that like everybody wants. Whether you have a God Squad, you have a budget team, whatever. Like last year, that flashback Adrian Amos, I had him on the team for a while, so I'm kind of banking on that with Adrian Amos, him getting kind of a really good budget card, or in general just a really good card. On his 82 overall card, you guys see his 85 speed and 85 excel. So whenever he gets that upgrade, which hopefully will be soon, he's going to be another safety. I think a lot of people are going to have a very similar reaction to him, like they just did with Minkah Fitzpatrick with his flashback, where his power-up just shot up in price, because it's a pretty good safety. And one other safety I'm going to mention, obviously we all know about like Jamal Adams, as I mentioned, Honey Badger, but another one that I've been trying to secretly kind of buy up some of these power-ups whenever I can, whenever he's up for cheaper, is Darren James, because Darren is a really wanted player whenever he gets a good upgrade. He's a 6'2" safety with 84 speed on his 82 overall, and with his power-ups currently, you guys can see his power-ups going about 3,600, 4K. I try to buy these for like 4K or under with Darren James. Another like safety. As I said, I'm big into safeties, corners, and wide receivers really when it comes to investments. So I think you guys can kind of understand where I'm coming from with all the investments that I like to make, but you can see currently Darius Slay is actually already up to 7,600 coins. I'm going to show you guys my item miner right now. I have a bunch of Darius Slays that I was actually in here buying. Is it going to show like the recent sales on here? I don't think it's going to. I'll show you my item binder. I was buying a bunch of these even earlier today for like 2K, 2,500 coins, 3,000 coins, because Darius Slay is a player that I really feel like every single year he's gonna get a good upgrade, because he is a really good corner. 82 overall. Also follows me on Twitter. Shout out to Darius Slay. But he's got 86 speed, 85 excel, 6 feet tall. Another really good corner that I invested a lot into. And of course, when it comes to other positions, some wide receivers you guys could potentially look out for. Tyler Lockett is honestly a pretty solid one. He's an 81 overall. He could get a really nice card depending on whenever he gets that upgrade later on in the year. 86 speed, 86 excel. He could potentially get like a Brandon Cooks type of upgrade later on in the year though, where like that ultimate kickoff, the power up just shot up in price because he was just so fast. So that's maybe one. 2,900 coins for Tyler Lockett. I think it's worth it for me to maybe buy like 2 of these here. Kind of a smaller investment, not really super big on Tyler Lockett as an investment, but as one of the faster wide receivers in the game, again, it just kind of comes down to which one can you hit on here with Tyler Lockett there. I like DK Metcalf a lot. Obviously, we all know DK Metcalf is a very wanted player, but his powered up 17K. I'm not investing that many coins in these players. I'm really not paying more than 4K for a player for their power up if I really like them. Just so you guys can see my item binder and see all these players, and I always see the comments as well whenever I do these videos. People say that I sell my power-ups as soon as I post the vids because prices go up. I do not do that. I have never done that. I do not sell players whenever I make videos like this. I always hold on to them because I truly believe they are a good investment. As you guys can see, I do have some Tyreek kills right here. Brady, Zach Martin, whatever. I just pulled those. Have been buying a couple of honey badgers here. Some of these other players, I bought one Jamal Adams, I believe, for like 12K I got him for. This one's actually for 9,700 coins. I'm going to buy that one. Again, Jamal Adams, kind of a pretty big player. You know, whenever he gets an upgrade, and if it's a really good one, which his cards tend to be, that could easily be a 25K power up, 30,000 coin power up. I do happen to have a bunch of Tyron Smiths. To be honest, I kind of pulled a lot of these, but I was also kind of sniping some of them. He's only 4K, and we already know he has a superstar card coming up, so I'm probably just going to hold on to that. You can see right here, I do have a bunch of Adrian Amoses, though. I have a bunch of Darius Slays. I do have a Derwin James card right there as well. I believe I have some other Derwin James kind of mixed in here. Again, you guys can see Darius Slays, Tyler Lockett, Shaquille Griffin, some Montez Sweat. I have been investing into these players. Like I said, though, the ones that I've really been investing to, like, mostly, I have 12 Darius Slays. And, of course, my Tyler Lockett investment as well, and some Badgers. So, with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. And if you did, make sure you guys drop a like in the video. And, of course, hit that sub button down below. I will continue to invest into these players as well, kind of as, like, the market settles down. We kind of see what players are getting upgrades. But I'm always constantly checking on my investments. If I find a player, if I find another Darius Slay for 2K or Montez Sweat up for 3K, yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and buy it. So with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. And if you did, make sure you guys drop a like in the video. And, of course, hit that sub button down below. I'll see you guys next time.